Monday, October 6th. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Find Your Joy, and I'm Joy. You found me. Friday night, after I got my jammies on, I sat on my bed and I started a new market bag. I was using peaches and cream cotton yarn in the orange. So I did the first section there. And then I discovered Saturday morning that my cat was missing. He had escaped, so I didn't make very much progress on my bag on Saturday. I made a little bit, but then we found that little escape artist, and he was back home late Saturday night. It was after midnight, but everyone is home and safe. And the market bag just kept growing. So now I'm going to show you my Sunday. This was a nice relaxed Sunday, and it all started right here. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. You might see this on Monday, or you might see this later in the week. I don't know when you're going to see this. But I'm filming it Sunday morning. No, Sunday afternoon. Everybody is home. Everybody is in the house that is supposed to be in the house. And I'm thinking I might go out and do some deliveries later. But right now, instead of going and buying a coffee, I am going to make one at home because it is really nice out. And I want to go sit out on my front porch and crochet. So let's make a coffee here. I've got Halloween cup here, one of my Miyokis. I love this one, and it came with this cute straw topper. So there you go. All right, so I am going to pour my ice right on in here. And since I'm home, I have a much wider variety of syrups to choose from. So I went to my coffee station out there, and I dug to the back row of syrup flavors because they're not ones that I don't like. They're just older ones, and they get pushed back because you get newer ones, you know, and they go right in front. So I picked 3. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3 of them, but I've got 3 to choose from. We're just going to go with a caramel Javi today. And you could tell this is one of the older ones because there's only one V. For some reason they changed their, I don't know why, they changed the brand to JAVVY. But I'm just going to put a couple of dollops of Javi. And then I have my Brita pitcher here. I know it's not going to be a pretty pour because you can't see through here, but it's still going to be a yummy one. All right, so my 3 choices that I picked for today, I picked out the glazed donut and the cinnamon brown sugar and dulce de leche. So I think I'm going to go with, I mean, these are kind of similar anyways, right? So dulce de leche and brown sugar cinnamon. So I'm going to put a couple of pumps of each. This one is going to be a blob. Never have. I like it sweet. Like me. And then a caramel protein shake. So let's pour this in here and then see. It already smells amazing. If you guys had a good weekend, I hope you had a better weekend than me. Yesterday was just a really stressful day because one of my babies got out and I couldn't find him, and he was out for over 24 hours, I'm guessing. And did he learn his lesson? No, because as soon as I tried to go outside today, who was at my feet? All right, so oh, that's nummy. That is so good. Caramel with just a hint of the cinnamon. All right, so now I'm also gonna make some breakfast because I got these at Aldi like a week and a half ago, and I want to try them because they just sound interesting. These are the Breakfast Best Breakfast Bites French Toast Meatballs. So from what I can figure out, I feel like they used French toast bread as the breading to bind the meatballs. So you can cook them in the oven, the microwave, or the air fryer. So I'm going to throw them in the air fryer. And yeah, it doesn't really describe anything else with them. Just so I'm going to throw them in the air fryer and see what we come up with. Woo, don't knock that over. All right, so I've got some in the air fryer, and the bag wasn't a resealable bag, and since I'm only having a few of them, I had to put them in a Ziploc bag, but they oddly smell like French toast. I mean, I guess that's not odd since they are French toast meatballs, but I don't know, I'm gonna put these back in the freezer. I just cut out from the label what they are and their cooking instructions, because I might not eat them again for a couple weeks, so I won't remember. I wouldn't remember tomorrow how long to cook them. So I'm also going to fry up an egg to eat with these meatballs. I don't know if I'm going to do toast with it or just the meatballs and egg. That's probably too much food. So let me continue cooking here. All right, we have moved out to the front porch because it is so nice out. But I've got my breakfast here. So these are the French toast sausage balls. I threw in some sweet potato tater tots and fried up an egg. Actually, it goes up that way. But yeah, with the everything but the bagel seasoning on here. So what we are really here to try these meatballs, French toast meatballs from Aldi. That delay when someone's walking by your front porch. Actually, those are pretty good. They're interesting. I mean, it tastes like sausage, but with a little bit of, I don't know, like a little bit of cinnamon, and I like them. They would probably be really good dipped in a little bit of syrup, but I don't have any, so I didn't bring any out. Those are still too hot. They are straight out of the air fryer. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast. And then I brought out my crocheting. So this is what I'm working on right now. All cotton yarn. But right now I'm going to... Alright, so have you ever made the mistake where you see a neighbor across the street and you wave to them just to say hi and be nice, and then you end up talking to them for like 45 minutes and they don't leave? Yeah, no, me neither. Alright, I think this is the size that I want it to be. I'm not going as big as the first market bag I made because I thought that was too big, and it was this small, so I think this is going to be the right size. I guess I could turn it this way All right, so I think I need to go ahead and I'm going to change the yarn back to orange and make this part of the border, and then I'm going to do the straps in all three colors of candy corn. And I noticed while I'm out here filming for this 31 Days of Halloween challenge that I have a little friend living on my front porch. Looky there. Isn't she pretty? She looks like she belongs on my Miyoki cup. There's her friend. Can you tell I was just in a really strange mood yesterday? That's okay. It's content, right? Okay, so the first step in closing up the bag and getting ready to do the handles is now you do a single crochet in every chain space across. And then you go back and forth and you make your 6 rows of single crochets just like you started on the other side of the bag there. Alright, so I am finishing up doing the set of single crochets so that it matches the other side. And then it's time to start putting the sides together and then create the handle. I'm going to go ahead and start it in the orange since I already have the orange on here. But I'm trying to decide if I want to make the handles stripes. We'll see when we get done with the orange if we want to change. We'll see how done I am with the orange. So I'm going to just go ahead and start going down the sides here with the single crochets, and then there's still a lot of stitches left to do, but it's coming together. So now I just do single crochets all the way down the side and up around to the other side. So I just did this first side of cinching the edges together, and at this point in the pattern it calls for doing chains to go up and over from this side to this side, or no, to this side, but and then to go back the next time and do stitches into the chain. I am not a fan of crocheting into chains. I have figured out that it's tough for me. So on the last bag I made, I did a foundation chain to go across, and it actually worked. So that's what I'm going to do here. So there's the last one, and I'm kind of crocheting my ends in right here, just because, you know, less to do later. So I'm going to go ahead and start my foundation chain, which is single crochet, and then I don't know if you can see on here, I'm going to go into the front loop, in between the front loop, that front bar there, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through. So that gives me the foundation chain with a stitch on top. And actually, I feel like that's, no, that's right. I've got mosquitoes biting me. So I'm just going to keep doing this across until I get to the desired length that I want the handle to be. She calls for 75 stitches. Do you see the mosquitoes? I don't know if they're showing up on camera, but it's almost time to go in. I don't think I'm going to go as long. My last bag I did 75, and I thought that handle was too long, but I am short, so I don't need a really long bag. I just need it long enough to put over my shoulder, but not, you know, hanging down so low. So that is what I'm going to do here. I should probably count while I'm doing this, so let me go ahead and turn this off. I would insert some music here, but it is almost 8 o'clock, and I wanted to post this a lot earlier today, so la 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 la. I am working on trying to get better angles with the camera so you can see my work. All right, I wanted to come on earlier when I got to the end of the chain, the foundation chain, and because I wanted to say that it's so much easier to join and realize you're not twisted. I have a really hard time joining when it's just a chain. I can't not twist it. And then when I came back around, it's just easier to stitch into than trying to stitch into the chain. And obviously I did go ahead and decide to do the stripes on the colors. So, but I couldn't come on in live because my the guy that was finishing up my yard, he came back, so there was weed eating and leaf blowing going on. But oh my gosh, my yard and my house looks so much better. It was a mess. I let it get pretty bad this season, but that's okay. It looks good. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do at least 2 sets of each color on the stripe. So I've got a row of orange and a row of white, and now I'm doing yellow, and then I'm going to go ahead and do one more set, and I think that should make a good enough handle. We'll reassess when we get there. But the sun is getting ready to go down, so it might be almost time to move inside. But y'all, I have really enjoyed sitting on my front porch today. The only thing that has been bad about sitting in here, it wasn't the temperature. The temperature was perfect. Had a bit of a breeze at some points. It was the mosquitoes. So I have been spraying myself with my natural insect repellent multiple times, and I have a little fan blowing down under the table because they are feeding on my legs. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing this, and I'll be back when it is time, probably for the final reveal. So see you in a bit. Okay, I know I said I would come back for the final reveal, but I'm not there yet. I have one more row to do for the handle, but I just had to let y'all see how nice it is out here. It is totally dark out, and I am just crocheting by the light of my phone because I'm watching YouTube's, and then I have my pride flag lit up hanging above me, and over here is my Charlie Brown Christmas tree that stays up all year long. But yeah, I mean, the light is perfect. I have plenty to see. I am running out of phone battery. I'll be putting it on the charger here. I have a portable charger that I bring out with me, but I just have to do one more round on this bag and it will be done, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been a fabulous day, fabulous day. All right, we get this finished. After all of this, I realized I did not film a final reveal or an outro. So, here is the bag. I ended up doing orange, white, yellow, white, orange for the straps. Hello. Hi. Let's say hi. No, okay. But yeah, here is my candy corn market bag. And it is all done. So now that it is Monday night, almost 8 o'clock, I'm going to add this to the end of the video, get it posted, to say thank you guys for sticking through me, hanging out with me on a lovely Sunday afternoon. And I hope you guys are having a great day already, that you had a great day, that you're going to have a good night, that you're going to have a great week, you're going to make it a great week and make it a great day and find your joy